The therapeutic use of gems is not new or alternative healing method. The art of healing with stones is thousands of years old, the proof of which lies in the findings of ancient civilizations when they were used to heal diseases. Now, the gemstones have the power to protect because they possess talismanic properties that keep evil spirits away. This ancient knowledge has been passed down to our day. Writings regarding the stones can be found in Sumerian literatures and the transcriptions from Indian Vedic texts. In Vedic tradition, naturopath medicine was also known as Ayurveda. Ayur means life and Veda means wisdom. Ayurveda describes in detail how to prepare elixirs, pastes and powders made from these gems. Knowledge of these ancient practices had for a time been lost, but today it's again found its place in the medical curriculum in Indian universities and abroad too. In the first Chinese medical book, which was written 5,000 years ago by Shen Nung, the Red Emperor, can be found detailed descriptions of gemstones and the influence that they have on the human body. Further evidence of the significance of the stones can also be found in the many references given in the Bible. It always serves as symbols of faith and divinity. I'll further on explain to you how these healing stones in antiquity and the Middle Ages were used. Every advanced civilization knew of the healing properties of crystals and stones. The powder of the gems was known as natural healers because they strengthened the minds of those who wore them and protected them from evil spirits, sickness and disaster. The Greek philosopher Aristotle spoke of the power of these healing stones. The Romans carried to ward off sickness and bad luck. Egyptians wore amethyst, hematite, jasper, carnelian or lapis lazuli. The famous Greek, Roman and Arabic doctors and scholars wrote of their power and the important role they played in healing of mind and body. Now this is all written evidence. Mabod wrote, now Mabod was a doctor, he wrote about the power of gems in his little handbook. It's a little difficult to pronounce, but never which, it's Liber Lapidum Suidi Gems. That means how the gems have, or what is the power that the gems have. Now this book provided an overview of 60 gems. For its time, it was the bestseller and was translated into 4 languages, which went into 14 editions from 1511 to 1799. It's a recorded evidence again. In the medical sciences or in medical history, the physician Hildegard von Bingen from 1098 to 1179 used gems which were one of the pillars of her medical system. I have also like her realized that medicine needs a holistic orientation and that physical and spiritual disorders could not be isolated from environmental influences. The phases of the moon, inadequacies in diet and bad habits of living were as important to recognize in the determination of treatment as the patient's constitution and psychological state is. So basically, it's mind over body. If you're not living well, if you're not eating well, obviously the body is going to take its toll. The famous teachings of Dr. Paracelsus is another written evidence. He was the most famous physician of the Renaissance, and his full name was Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim, better known as Dr. Paracelsus. He delved into the healing properties of minerals and gems. And it's great, it's amazing what he says. He says, there is only one source of health, the irresistible, wise, limitlessly powerful healer within us. The healer has the ability to cure all things. The only reason that someone becomes sick is that the inner healer has been weakened and obstructed through careless habit of living. When I want to treat a person, the only thing I attempt to do is to restore the healing power within.